So I have updated the conversation script to allow you to have multiple conversations in one map with a single script. I've also added some sound, but it doesn't seem to work. I mean volume. Doesn't seem to be working. I don't know whether it's me doing it wrong or the commands. The command is not working. Um, but anyway, it works well enough. But the idea was that you would set something as a 3D sound, because obviously global sounds technically, I believe, shouldn't be dynamic. Could be wrong on that, but I assume they're going to play from the character's position rather than from, I mean the player's position rather than the character's position, but I'm not 100% on that. So the idea would be that if you play from 3D, then it does some code to judge your distance from the character, and if you want to set it as 100 or leave it as blank, like you can remove that completely and it'll be 100, or whatever you set in a different script. So same idea, you have the load the globals, you can add as many as you like, but increase the number each time. And again, the folder needs to be inside the files. So I'll just move mine into the Audio Bank Global Sounds folder, and then I've just named them easy names for now. Then you've got the chat range, chat angle, which is all commented up on here. Got the freeze and the reset if you want to go back and talk to them again. And then the important part here is the name of the character in the actual editor, and you have to name them conversation 1, conversation 2, conversation 3, conversation 4, etc, etc. Obviously if you want to change that yourself, this part, to name them something different, but this works fine. And then you need to set up where the slots are for the actual sounds that they're going to play, because obviously they need to know which one to relate to, because you don't want them all to be set in the same thing. So I've got number 1 and number 2 for the starting sounds, and then for the second bloke he goes 3 and 4 to complete the conversation. I mean, again, you can have these in any order, and then the next one just literally number 1 sound. This is just because I'm being lazy and I don't want to put loads and loads of sounds into my actual game just for this test. But like I say, you can have as many as you like. So this number 3 will just play 1 sound, and then conversation 4 will start at number 2 and end at number 4. So that's 2, 3, and 4. And then you don't need to worry about anything else inside the script. Like I say, it will handle the volume, or it should handle the volume automatically, but it doesn't. So in the actual game, you're going to name your characters conversation 1, give him the script, no sounds need to be set here, and then conversation 2, give him the script, conversation 3, if I hover over you should probably see in the bottom, I doubt it, it's probably going to be too small by the time I compress the video, but conversation 3, and then just for a laugh I've given it to the dog. I've called the script AI conversation, but it doesn't actually matter. It'll work even if it's not a character, but that's just, obviously it's going to be weird if you're talking to a box or whatever. So we'll go ahead and play this. Level out so you can see the actual effect. So that's the first guy, that's the second guy. So these two will go first part of the conversation, then the second part of the conversation, then he'll just be the 1 line, and then the dog will just be the 3 lines. So you can start in any order, you just walk up to someone. As long as they're not too close to each other, there is a little bit of an overlap in the distances if you place them right on top of each other. So you sort of spread them out reasonably well. You can narrow the chat range down to fix that, but it's kind of easier just to spread them out a little bit. So as you see, just 1 line, that was all he was supposed to do. Walk away, walk back. And then this goes to 3 lines.
Others can't speak. But I almighty hero.
So that's that. And in this one I haven't frozen it, so I can just move at any point. And if I
Others can't speak.
I walk away, walk back,
Others can't speak.
it resets because I've got the reset on. So you can do that as many times as you like.
Others can't speak.
So as you can see, they're all saying different things.
Others can't speak.
This is 2 lines of conversation.
But I almighty hero.
So there you go, it's all working perfectly fine now. Just remember you got to name them, set it up in the script once you're happy with it. And obviously in your game you're going to have loads of different global sounds, but so they can all say different things, or they can all say the same thing, or you can jump in and say, as long as you keep the global sounds that you're using in order. I mean, there's no reason why you can't reload a sound under a different slot. If you wanted to say, like, you wanted this sound to be used again, but you wanted it to be played in between 3 or after 4 maybe, then you just literally copy it, paste it, and name it number 5, so that it can be used by multiple people, because they need to stay in order. You need to have 1, and then the max number needs to be 2, because that's this sound and this sound. So it's not how many sounds, it's the order they're in. So 3 and 4 is 3 and 4. And then if you had 5 and you wanted to go from 3 to 5, like in this case here, 2 and 4, that plays 2, 3 and 4. So as I say, if you wanted sound 1 to be used by this guy, you could just literally go 1 to 4. But if you wanted, say, 1, 2 and sound 4 to be used, you would need to copy this into like sound 3. Bit of a pain, I'm sure, but once you've got your level sorted out, it should be fairly easy to get that in the right order as well. Best I can do for now, unless you want to literally be going and assigning every single sound individually. It would take quite a while to set that up. I think this way is much quicker.